them and get inspired by all of them. So that is the major reason why we not only have created this particular event, but also actually shifted the whole IIM-ATM to December. IIM-ATM has never been in December. This is the first time from November we have moved to December, because I know in most of the IITs, the semester exams, end semester exams happen in November. By end of November, students become free. So we thought by moving it to December, we will be able to bring in. And then we wrote to 80 colleges having BTech in metallurgy and materials engineering, and also polytechnics which have metallurgy, inviting the heads of the departments to nominate about 2 students. We particularly said one of those 2 should be a girl, and we expected that out of these 80 colleges, at least 50 colleges, if they represent, will be extremely happy. I came to know that 120 students are here, nominated by these heads of the departments from various colleges. These are all budding metallurgists and materials engineers, and we thought, let them have an opportunity to really meet the stars of metallurgy of India, who have led IIM Indian Institute of Metals to greater heights, to where we are today. Possibly one statement that I would like to say before we all start, I do not know how many of the students sitting here know. IIM started in 1946. Actually, I heard that 45 was the first meeting happened to discuss about the possibility of starting an IIM. But then 46, it was formally launched with 42 members. And today, we have more than 10,000 members, 79 years. And this year, we are celebrating 79th annual technical meeting of IIM. So that is how we grew. And in this growth path, every one of those with whom you are going to interact, the students, have played a significant role and made a big mark and brought IIM to this current stage. So now I'm going to invite, first of all, we have 4 former presidents on the online. Professor Ranganathan is sitting here, and Dr. Patra, R.N. Patra is here, Professor Dr. Samir Kamath and Professor Indranil Manna, 4 of you. Thank you very much, friends, for joining online. But I have a gallery of former presidents who have joined physically with all of us. I would like to invite first Professor C.G.K. Nair. Dr. C.G.K. Nair, please come on to the dais, sir. One by one, I will invite you. Then we have Dr. Pugalendi, sir. Please come on to the dais. Sanak Mishra, sir, please. Then we have Narayan Rao, sir. Professor Chattopadhyay will join very soon. I hope. He is in another session, I heard. And then Dr. S.S. Mohanty, please, sir. Biswajit Basu, sir, please come on to the dais, sir. Kamachi Mudali, please. And then Satish Pai, sir. So this is a star-studded event today, and we have real stars of IIM. So I don't want to speak much, but I would like to start this event saying that I would request each and every one of the students, anybody other than students, I request you to keep quiet. Please don't ask any questions. I want students to ask questions to them, and I would like to possibly initiate from this end next to the podium to ask each of them to speak for about 2-3 minutes, not more than that, but then leave more time for the students to ask questions and then for them to interact and possibly get some answers to their questions. So that's the whole plan. We have 1.5 hours. I think maybe 10 minutes is already gone in that. So we'll start. I'll go back and sit in my seat, but we will have Dr. C.G.K. Nair starting first, sir. Thank you.
I don't know, first of all, why you are all sitting far behind. You should come to the front quickly, all of you, so that you can see us, we can talk. Now, while you are moving inward, I don't want to ask all of you what your aspirations, what you want and all that. But you're all students of metallurgical engineering or materials and metallurgical engineering, depending upon how the department is named. Did you, instead of asking each one, I'll ask you, did you join the metallurgy because you liked it? How many?
Happy to see a few hands.
Yeah.
I don't think I joined metallurgy because I wanted to join metallurgy,
Yeah.
but happy to see a few names
Yeah,
like that.
That's us. Okay. Now, what is your ambition? What do you want to do after you graduate? Again, I will point only, reduce it. To get good jobs, how many? Okay. How many want to become a teacher, professor?
Wow. Happy to see a few hands.
How
Good.
many want to seek jobs in industries, R&D labs and all that? Great,
Good number.
more people.
Satish,
How many want
to be
to
noted.
start an industry?
Good.
I'm glad at least few
3,
are there.
4, 5 hands I see.
Very good.
Good.
very
Thank you
good.
very much.
That's a good input from you. Now, I tell you, very briefly, because many others have to talk. So, if I have to give you just one advice, whatever you want to pursue, as you said, you pursue that, but keep your decision flexible, so that when you find something you don't like, you want to move, you should have the courage to move and then have the conviction to follow that aim until you reach there. If you shift quickly, then you will not reach anywhere. So you have to have conviction and a goal. And don't think there is a failure, you work up, you get back to the goal. Good. Now, whatever
we
you
do
are
that,
thinking,
coordinator
jobs,
work from next
teacher,
week.
other things,
Okay.
but
Give an idea.
there is a great
So I'll give an idea.
requirement
I get one idea.
right
He has
now
to approve that.
for our country.
Sit there, have a small
Somebody is
meeting to
talking.
attend.
Sorry. There's some disturbance. I just finished in another 2 minutes. You must
Sir,
think of
1 minute, please.
think of becoming an entrepreneur, because the joy of entrepreneur is that you will be a job creator. You will create many more jobs, and that is a great contribution rather than just getting a job. So some of you, more people should get, and the country's need is that now. There are innovation, startups, there are many schemes are there in many IITs and many colleges. So think of something which we can do, you can make, and you can develop into an industry. That will give you greater satisfaction. I think I will only stop this. Any more questions you can ask later.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Professor Ranganathan, would you like to speak? Please, sir. Over to you. Yeah. Amma, can Professor Ranganathan start speaking? We would like to hear. Yeah. I think there is some adjustment in the camera that is needed. Maybe we'll come back to him in a few minutes as soon as he is ready there. And now I request Pugalendi sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. After you.
Thank you, Murthy Garu. My first and foremost advice to you would be, whatever you do in the industry, teaching, researching, maybe an entrepreneur, etc., you should be a member of any professional body, not necessarily IIM, Powder Metallurgy Association, Indians of Welding, Institute of Engineers. But why I'm saying this, that professional society, professional body relationship will give enormous advantages, which I have reaped from 1974 after my graduation. Did so much to IIM, and IIM gave me much more. I'm really grateful to IIM and the council and all the fraternity. But this much I can tell you, You may be busy with your family, your official commitments, but continue your journey with professional body. And today, from student days to past president, it's a long journey. I can say many things, but I think you want to restrict me, I think, to 1 minute.
Sorry, sir. We will come back to all of you. The questions come. Okay. So again, I think Professor Ranganathan's camera issue is still there. As soon as that gets ready, we will go to Professor Ranganathan. Dr. Sanak Mishra, sir, please.
First of all, greetings to all of you. When I'm sitting here in front of you, I have an anecdote to tell you. I'll take only 2 minutes. I just come back from the United States, and as a founder member of what is called the Corporate R&D Center of Steel Authority of India Limited. There I found one of my seniors, my senior by 10 years at the Indian Institute of Science, where I did my bachelor's degree, was there. So he called me and he said, you should become a member of the Indian Institute of Metals. I had no idea what is the Indian Institute of Metals. So he said, no, it's just a form you have to fill and pay some, I have forgotten what the amount was. It was very nominal, 20 rupees or something like that. So I wanted to avoid it, to be honest with all of you. So I said, I don't have any money in my pocket. Then he said, he took out 20 rupees from his own pocket and he said, here is the 20 rupees. And he said, someday you return it to me. So I filled up the form and became a member. That was in the early 1970s. I think that is one of the best decisions I took in my professional life. And I have grown up with IIM. I'm like a foot soldier of IIM. And IIM has nurtured me. IIM has supported me. IIM has given me a lot more than I've given back to IIM. That's what I feel now. I urge each one of you to become a member of IIM tomorrow or wherever it is. But do become, because you will find that it will enrich your professional life. At this point of time, I'll leave it with that, with a very strong recommendation. Each one of you becomes a member of IIM, and you will never regret it. You'll enjoy it. You will meet very outstanding people who will probably guide you, mentor you, help you. So later on, maybe you have a question to ask, I'll be happy to
Thank
answer.
you. Thank you, sir. And for your information, friends, you don't need to pay a single rupee to become a member of IIM if you are a student. Whether you are an undergraduate student, postgraduate student, PhD student, we have completely made it free. Okay? Only when you get into a job, then you have to pay a membership fee. So feel free to become. Just you have to go to online, fill up a form. Nothing more than that. Thank you very much. Now, Professor Ranganathan, would you like to share some thoughts of yours to all these students sitting here, sir? Professor Ranganathan, please. Are you able to hear us, sir? I think there is some issue. Please. Okay. Shall I go to the next? Yeah, we have actually a recorded message of him. We can also play that. If there is a problem, I will do that. Okay. No, but he is not muted. If he is muted, we will know. Volume, can you just, somebody can control the volume from here? Please. Okay, then we will play the video later. Okay, friends. Okay, I will move to Dr. Narayan Rao Garu, Sri Narayan Rao Garu.
I think our Bujurg bol rahe the na, something you were telling already about IIM and all. But what I think your students, young students coming out and young metallurgists, I have got only one suggestion, only 1 minute I'll take for the suggestion. When you are in metallurgy, don't put your barrier to metallurgy only. This is what I would like to. You should learn, I think, about other engineering subjects also. Once you come out of the thing, your core is metallurgy. Imagine your core is metallurgy. Whether you are a teacher or R&D person or a startup man or an entrepreneur or in any industry, please don't think that metallurgy is the end of it. That is the core. Where you are, that is the seeds of the whole thing. It has to grow a tree. You have to learn about mechanical, you learn about your design, arts, the way in which present IIT is giving so many things open. You should be at least start with the whole line in those subjects. Then only you will grow like a real metallurgist who can put the things on the land and make some object. And definitely you will have a good career. Your professional life, once you enjoy, once the things comes out from your hands, you will really enjoy. That's where you find you're a true engineer. This is what I would like to suggest. Please don't get barriers between metallurgy. Get all the lines. All engineering is yours. Go ahead. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Wonderful advice. Now,
Okay.
Dr. Mohan Patra Saab is here. Patra sir, a few words from you.
Yeah, greetings to all.
Glad that some traditions are followed.
Can they hear you?
No.
Ask.
No.
Yeah, yes, sir. We
Ask,
can
can
hear
they
you.
hear you?
Professor Ranganathan, we can hear you.
Somebody is speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Hello, Professor Murthy, can I be heard?
Yes, 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 we are able to hear you.
Okay. I'm glad that in this meeting, it is a historic meeting, not only metals, but minerals and materials have also been given importance, and traditions have been followed. New traditions are also established. I think we are in a positive curve of growth, and your contributions are bound to be recognized quite well. And I'm glad to see so many things that have happened in the past have a continuity, and some of them change with time. I'm glad that the meeting is a remarkable milestone in the history of our society.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now I request Patra sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, 48 years back, I was like one of you. And those days, the options were only very, very limited. Either you take up a job in industry or you go to overseas, do your higher studies with the objective of getting settled down there, or you continue to do higher studies in India, MTech, PhD, and things like that. But today, I think you are all fortunate. You have options plenty. As my predecessors, Dr. Narayan Rao has said, don't be limited by your metallurgical background, because that is an excellent training place. That is the foundation. That will open immense opportunities for you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Mohanty sir.
I think I welcome you again, all the students. When you see students from all over the world, all over the country, 150 students. I think all my past colleagues of former president have already spoken to you. I'll not repeat those. Being in industry for last 4-5 decades almost, I can tell you a few words. Number one, whatever when you're reading metallurgy, I think I fully endorse Mr. Narayan's views. You don't limit yourself to a limited sphere of your what you are doing is with the microstructure you're doing it out, or you are rolling you are talking about, or something like that. In industry also, in metal industry, anywhere. Put your vision a little bit wider, number one. Number two, as I said, with all these things, digital technology coming up, think that is a part of metallurgy. I mean, you don't think that it is beyond. In fact, all you are taught, I think IIT director will be able to endorse this view, that you are being taught, you are also learning from your side. Your learning is more than what you are learning from your pedagogy. That's also try to understand, even if you are a metal student. Third is, being in metal industry for 50 years, I can tell you, you'll not regret, first of all. There are so many opportunities you'll be able to do it out. So many things you'll be able to enjoy in your life. Plus, fourth one is basically you have an entrepreneurial mindset. Think that you are even if you are working, you are an entrepreneur. And what the entrepreneur spirit is, even if you have 5 rupees pocket, you think of a 5,000 crore project. Think up that way. There is no fear. That is exactly the thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. In fact, as sir told, digital computation he talked about. If I remember right, when I was doing BTech, I was told that in second year BTech metallurgy, you can sell your calculator because you don't need a calculator anymore. for metallurgy. This is what was told to us. But today at IIT Hyderabad, for example, we have even an MTech called MTech in ICME, Integrated Computational Materials Engineering, where we teach how to use AI to design a new steel, new material. So that is a level to which computational integration into metallurgy has grown. And it's important that you try to integrate that to that extent. Now let's move forward. And Professor Manna is here. Sir, Dada.
Thank you very much, Murthy.
Thank
And
you.
good afternoon to all of you. Certainly a landmark occasion. All of us would cherish always to talk to youngsters who would eventually be future leaders. Now, life doesn't give you unlimited opportunities. We only get in our lifetime very limited opportunities. So if life has given you a seat in metallurgical engineering in any of the institutions in the country, please grab it and make the best use of it. Be the topmost metallurgist until the time you get your degree. And eventually, if you join a financial institution or an IT company or even choose administration as your career option, nobody will blame you. But please remember, time is a commodity which never comes back. If you fail today, you may pass tomorrow. If you lose a train or a flight, you may get another. But the time that lapses now will never come back to you. So the most important thing is that make the best use of time and the opportunity that you have got today. And please remember that from a cell phone to an aeroplane, we are all seeing essentially a system solution. And a system solution that is not made or not designed and prepared by one single branch of engineering or even only engineers. What we need is much beyond that.
Manna is talking.
What you need is actually input and contribution from various quarters. So today you may be, when you talk of a steel plant, you'll be surprised to know that not even 15% or around 15, certainly not more than 20% of the engineers carry metallurgy as their first degree. You heard two of our former presidents, Dr. Patra and Mr. Narayan Rao, both of them didn't take their first degree as metallurgy, and yet they were presidents of Indian Institute of Metals. And they led very famous, very important metallurgical industries. So life can always give you very unexpected opportunities. Whatever you have got today, make the best use of it and make the best use of time. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much, Inilda. In fact, I always tell my students, you should, at the end of your degrees, choose a profession where you don't wait for a Saturday, Sunday, I tell them. Okay? On a Sunday night, if you are worried that tomorrow is Monday, it's better to leave the job, whichever that job is, how much ever salary you are getting. So, do you enjoy what you do is the most important. So, that's
in fact, Murthy, you mentioned 10,000 members of IIM. I'm very glad. That used to be our ambition. But you know, my membership number is 641.
Wow.
So I have reasons to be feeling very proud that I'm one of the early entrants into the institute.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you so much. So, Biswajit Basu, sir.
Yeah, I think thank you, Professor Murthy, and very glad to see all of you, and also very happy to see the varied interest that all you have, and also some of you would like to continue in academia. I think most of my, the seniors who talked about, but one thing is very clear that, you kind of decide what kind of directions you want to go, and what is also important is that don't limit yourself only in the metallurgy and materials. Also start learning the also related areas. But that also becomes a very important element when you'd like to build something or when you want to contribute either to industry and academia and whatever you want to do. And compared to the early generations, I think in today's metallurgists have a much more stronger skill sets, right? As Professor Murthy mentioned, you bring in a huge amount of digital skills into your forte. I think that is an asset to you, And I'm sure that you can leverage in all front of life that you go forward. So I wish you all the best and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Kamachi, please.
Thank you, Professor Murthy. I think all of you know today that everywhere we speak about sustainability. You go to any forum, whether it is civil engineering or chemical engineering, electrical, mechanical, everywhere people speak about sustainability and sustainable development. This is what is being talked today. You are all the future leaders going to be in research or academia or industry in metallurgy and materials engineering. So I will give you 3 takeaway points that you should do, whether you become a teacher, whether you become a researcher, or whether you become an entrepreneur. Number 1 is that you should all pursue. If you are a teacher, you should teach. If you are a researcher, you should do R&D. Or if you are an entrepreneur, you should do innovative alloy design. Because of critical materials today, that every country is suffering in the non-availability of precious metals and alloys that are required for particular alloy system. You take the super alloys, it is going to be very, very important critical alloy because some of the alloying elements are very, very, going to be geopolitically not available. So people design new alloys like cobalt, chromium, silicon alloy, or high entropy alloys, or the composite materials. So you should have innovative alloy design by computational modeling, AI, ML, data science, or you teach also to the students who will do that. Number 1. Number 2 is that we should know how to extend the life of existing components in service. We are thinking that the end of life is over quickly, but actually the material, the component that you are employing may go for further years. You should have methodologies to extend the life of whatever metallic material that you are going to use it in the industry. So if you are a teacher, you should find out such methodology, teach your students. If you are going to be a researcher, find out new methodologies by which how the life can be extended, how we can use it for a prolonged time. Third important point is recycling technologies. This is very, very important. Electrical material, electronic material, any material, secondary, waste, or even the tailing ponds where after mining you have, precious materials are available. We should know how to recycle them and then use them. You will not believe that with legacy mining in our own country, India, if we take all the tailing ponds, we will have a significant quantity of all important critical metals and alloy metals can be taken from that. So recycling is a very, very important, and I think that teachers should pursue that, and researchers should enter into that. Entrepreneurs, you have very big opportunity. India's, in the e-waste itself, it is producing about, 13 lakh tons of the e-waste. Only we are having technology. I think 18 lakhs. We are only having technology for only 4.5 or 5 lakh tons of 4.5 lakh ton of material only being recycled. So recycling technology is a very important thing. So innovative alloy design, extending life of existing materials and components, and third thing is recycling. These are the 3 takeaway. Whether you are going to be a teacher, whether you are going to be a researcher, or you are going to be an entrepreneur, this is what is the message I want to give you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kamachi. Now, Amol.
Okay,
Professor
good
Amol
evening.
Gokhale.
Thank you, Professor Murthy, for giving me this opportunity. I'm attending a lot of the programs thanks to the link provided. So I will not say anything technical because I think you have been hearing enough things in the conference. But I understand that at this stage when you are students, your affiliations in life so far have been with your families to start with, and later with your institutes where you are undergoing education, and maybe you have some hobby-based groups. But many of you are not aware of what these professional bodies are and what do they do. So I think I'll just give a few points about IIM as a professional body. Although it means many things to many people, but for me, the IIM, it has provided a platform. At this platform, you can build relationships. That is one thing that you can do, whether you will learn metallurgy or not, but you will build lifelong relations. And like all other relations which grow based on give and take, here also you will give and you will take. And the longer you stay with this organization, the bigger and better rewards you will get. And just like you have a personal family, after some years, you will find that you have a professional family. And this will lead to professional growth through learning, networking. Almost all the people that you are seeing there in person and on the network, it would be impossible for you to reach out to them personally. But just because you are on this IIM platform, you are able to access all these are all VIPs in their professional lives, and IIM has provided you a kind of a short circuit path to meet these people. You will also eventually get recognition, professional recognition through this association with IIM, either because you will publish papers through its journals or write articles in books, or you may be getting awards because of the good work you are doing. And as a metallurgist, but being a professor in the mechanical engineering department, I find that the mechanical engineers don't have a unique single professional body in which they all get together. They have a lot of, there is something on cryogenics, there is something on maybe shock behavior, this and that, so many specialized societies, but no single mechanical engineer society with which everybody identifies. While metallurgists, they all identify themselves, not just metallurgists, but metallurgists, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, physicists, chemists, they all come together and they're related to each other through this IIM. So I think personally, I feel that there may be many other professional bodies, but I am very, very unique. And like Professor Manna said, I'm also one of the oldies here. I've been a member of this organization for a very long time. And a lot of the people who are available here, all the big people, basically I'm big friend of them because of this IIM actually. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult to know many of them. Thank you, and stay with us. I mean, let this not be your first and the last association with IIM. Let this be the beginning and let it grow with
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amol. Thank you so much. Samir ji, now over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Murthy. I have only a couple of advice for the students. You may be thinking that once you finish your degree, your learning is over. Let me just assure you that learning is a lifelong process. It doesn't end with degrees. The second thing I can say is there is no substitute for hard work. You may be very good, very talented, but unless you put in the hard yards, you will not achieve the results that you want to achieve in your life. So just these two advice and all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Samir Kamath. Professor Kamanyo has come after attending an important talk. So, sir, over to you.
I don't know whether it's important or not. How many of you are studying bachelor?
Majority of them.
Ah, okay.
Majority.
Okay. B. So,
Murthy, those of us who are joining online, we are not able to see anyone at all.
Yeah,
so could
that's
you
the
please
problem.
use the
I don't
camera?
know. I'm sorry. I don't know why our people have done this. Apologies from my side. What was the problem?
Yeah. They are transmitting on YouTube. That is why the camera, it is not
Oh, I
connected.
see. They can't move the camera. No, but still they can move the camera.
Can you move the camera if you don't mind, please? At least they can see the audience, if not us. Us they have seen in numerous times. Okay, so just see that one camera will face the audience and that they will be able to see them. Can someone do that out of the two cameras there? Why do we need two cameras there? Oh, there is
Yeah,
one
okay, now
camera.
we are seeing now.
Now you can
we are
see.
able to
Wow,
see the
that's
auditorium.
good.
Yes.
That's good. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. Yes, Dada, come on, Dada.
So welcome to Indian Institute of Metals, because this is you're going to be the primary professional bodies. Of course, I know many of you will move to IT sectors, but I can assure you one thing, the charm of IT sector is changing. So, and if you want to do AI in IT sector, you can do AI in this sector as well, because it's all embracing now. So actually, I just learned AI and I am started using it. So even in metallurgy and materials engineering, you have a lot of AI you can do. But why, my pitch is that why should you do materials engineering? There are several reasons, but most important reasons are material engineering will remain important. All ups and downs of whatever happens in the world and the country, materials engineering will be still relevant. It can be more relevant at this moment because of the defense, but it will always be relevant, whether it is defense, whether it is health. Without materials, nothing can be done. And now materials, things have been broadened. So we also call it materials, Indian Institute of Metals, but it has also a materials in the bracket. So almost all materials comes our place. Second reason why you should do is that even when market is very bad, still materials engineering requirement will be there. So I always advise anywhere I go, don't take too many of materials engineering students, but a steady state material engineering student will always find openings. That's very, very important. IT, we may get all of them, but next year maybe it will be down. Already this year it is down. So that is a very important, but most important reason is, if you want a job, go to IT. But if you want to do something exciting, come here. Because you are not going to go to the shop floor to like a normal, okay, you have to, some of you may go to shop floor, but please remember, with this automation, number of engineering requirement in shop floor is going to be much less. So you'll be only on the top. We'll be controlling and thinking innovations, how I can do better. That will be your job. Your job will be not like earlier, when tapping is there, he will be there and take the metal out and plug it. That job is not anymore for materials engineering. But you will be supervising. You will be looking at how you can improve, even in shop floor. Shop floor, now with all this automation and other things, those manual jobs are not there for engineers like you. And because of that, you will spend most of the time on thinking of how you can do better, how you can innovate, and that gives you a way for creativity. So this...
Thank you, sir. I think we should move forward. Satish.
So I guess towards the end, we reach the industry. So I represent...
There have been many industries in the middle also, sir.
Yes. So, I actually was just going to echo your point. So I represent, a company that makes aluminum and copper. So I don't have much advice for you, but I'll give you some context. I think that the context in which you all are coming out to work or find work when you graduate would be in India, which is very different. So I run a global business, and I can tell you the excitement about what's happening in India, the potential for growth in India, the energy of the investment and entrepreneurship you see here, you don't find replicated in most parts of the world right now, is the first point. The second thing is, I think for Indian manufacturing now, I'll go into engineering and manufacturing, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because India has made a lot of name in IT, has made a lot of name in banking and financial services. But I think most of the Indian engineers have given their brains to make foreign companies successful. But I think this is a chance now because most of those companies, because in Hindalco I can see it, whether it's Apple, whether it's Bosch, whether it's Airbus, Boeing, all of them are coming back to India and asking us to set up more high-end manufacturing. So my pitch to you, which is a little bit, I think, what Professor Chattopadhyay also said, if there has been a time to be an engineer, this is it. This is not the time to go and do MBAs or go and write code, because AI can write code for you, so you won't have a future. But I tell you that engineering is what the country needs now. And last, you have to realize that China has become what it is because it has been run by engineers. And I think that India will probably become great if it's run by engineers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to echo the same. You know, India is called as service country, as all of you have heard numerous times. But no country has ever become a developed country by being just a service country. Okay? Even take a small example of Taiwan or even Switzerland, they make watches and they are well known for that. So India, if it has to become Viksit Bharat, it has to be a product country, it has to be a technology country. And that's where many of you should play a key role. So I would request one from nuclear area, our current Vice President Komalji, to speak.
Yeah, so I'll be very brief. See, all this education is about learning. And you know, in engineering, you always have some sort of an overlap with science. So if you see metallurgy, it is the discipline which has got a maximum overlap with science. So why I'm saying this? Because if you want to do something new, there has to be a science element which will always drive you. So metallurgy is an area where you'll always find to do something new, which is not there in many of the other engineering disciplines. So this is my take. So remember that when you come to a field, whether it is industry, whether it is education, or as a laboratory, in this discipline, you will always find a new area, a new opportunity to work. And then you can see that guys sitting on the dais, you know, they are all like you in their, you know, in young age. They have come here, they are sitting here because their background is what you have. So there is a huge lot of, I would say, drive, an opportunity for you to continue in the field. I would say that IT is there today, it may not be there. Materials and metallurgy was there yesterday, it will be there tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we went for one round of all the former presidents, and we are exactly halfway through to 45. So we have another 45 minutes with us. Now over to some questions from the students. I want my team to have some 2 mics or 3 mics going around. Please raise your hand and somebody will come to you. Thank you. And please, once again, I am requesting, let the questions be only from the students and no one else. Thank you.
Hello, sir. I am Sugan from Anna University, Chennai. Sir, I am a big fan for your metallurgical thermodynamics series, sir. Sir, and my question is, if I want to be an entrepreneur as a material scientist, whether my checklist starts from capital, technology, human resources, and government politics and market, which is my first priority?
First is your idea, as he rightly said. Okay. For example, at IIT Hyderabad, every semester we call for proposals from our students. We call them as build projects. Bold and unique ideas leading to development is the name we give. If a student has a good idea, we start with money. I always believe in ideas are most important. Money will flow if you have ideas. So we give money, we have just adjacent to this building, there is a building called TIP, Technology Innovation Park, 1.5 lakh square foot area. Okay, it's not that just IIT Hyderabad student, any student in the country, if you have a brilliant idea, one email address you have, director@iith.ac.in. Just send a mail, we will come back to you. And we will give you space, we will give you money, we will give you mentorship. Okay? This is where it is.
You can go to the IIT Madras Research Park, very close
Yeah,
to
Research
Anna
Park.
University.
Thank you,
sir. So please, so there is no dearth of funding problem. There is no dearth of, I mean, in fact, many a times when we sit in various committees, we say money is not a problem. It is the ideas that are a problem. So come up with ideas. There are so many people who will support you.
Thank
okay?
you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Anybody else want to add anything on this point? Okay. Anybody else? Sanakji, please, please. There is a microphone there on the tables.
That the idea is the most important dimension in entrepreneurship. But I want to add something to it. See, people may have ideas. There are two things you need to consider. Whether an idea whose time has come is likely to be more successful than an idea whose time has not come. That doesn't mean that you should not have a completely out-of-the-box idea. But an out-of-box idea should give you a kind of a leap forward in terms of technology. Sure. Then only you will succeed. Because you can have all kinds of ideas. All ideas are not going to be successful. So the mantra is, think for yourself, does the idea is contemporary or it's for futuristic? If it's contemporary, likely to succeed. If the idea is futuristic, you have to take a risk. Okay. So there is always a risk element in entrepreneurship.
Sure. Thank you. Any others? Raise hands, please. No? Everybody is asleep?
Friends. Are there any girl students? Any girl students?
Yeah, I can see one student.
Concerns?
Please.
Respected Sir, Ma'am, I am Vaishnavi Singh, an undergraduate student from IIT BHU. So when you said any girl student, so there was a question in my mind that the consistently low female presence in core fields, like it really concerns me as someone who is interested in core metallurgy. Even in like esteemed gatherings like this one, representation is largely male, as we can see. So I wanted to ask, like, what is your insights on this?
In fact, this year, he is going to take the mic. He has started a special award for women. I hope 15 years down the line, you would get that. Okay? All the best. Yes, now over to you.
So, look, what you're talking about, metallurgy and women in metallurgy, I think when you go back to when I joined in 1980 in IIT Madras, there were 5 girls out of 500 boys. So I think that historically, unfortunately, all of us are 40 years plus. That's why we are all male here. But if you take what's happening today, and you take even the Hindalco engineer recruiting, I'm not talking about supply chain, HR, all that stuff, admin. We are recruiting more than 30 to 35% women on our shop floor who work in shifts. And I think that that is starting to and will pay off with time. So it will require another 20 years before they show up over here. But my push to women is that you have to do hardcore engineering jobs as well. And as I think Professor Chattopadhyay said, it's not that you need physical brawn to do manufacturing today. It's all automated, it's all digital. But we want to attract more and more women to come into engineering, and it's happening. And I think that with time, and most companies like us now are very much sensitive to how we make the work environment conducive to women. And that has been a big mindset and a cultural change for a lot of senior managers in our organization. So, but I just wanted to tell you that process is happening, and we are counting on your generation to maybe come and sit here and get rid of us old men.
Sure. In fact, he said 5 out of 500. That means it was 1% 40 years back. Today, every IIT more or less, 30 to 35% students are girls. Okay. In fact, our faculty also, 20% are women faculty. Every year I do a special recruitment for women to ensure. So hopefully one day you will be a faculty at IIT Hyderabad too. Okay. All the best.
There is just a small addition I must like to inform. The labor laws now admits women to work in 3 shifts. So earlier I am from an industry where we could not deploy women even in the 2nd shift. So the labor law, recent modification of the labor law permits. Earlier we were not even permitted. Now it's permitting. So this is a new change in the government sector, of course. So this is that you should know that. Now it's much more penetration. It's up to, I would say, you to think that you are equal. And I know that, I have a daughter who works on shop floor.
Thank you. Professor Puk sir.
Murthy, just 1 minute. I guess it's better that those who are seated on the dais they are physically present, they probably can interact better. And if you could spare some of us
Sure.
joining online.
You just raise your hand. I think there is a way to raise hand, right? Okay. Just raise hand.
No, I'm saying if you could spare us, because there are so many.
Thank you. Thank you. If you want to leave,
No,
please.
but actually, I would like to request Professor Manna, because he has got a perspective of all engineering disciplines as a former president of INA, and he may say something actually that the metallurgy discipline probably has greater proportion of women compared to other engineering disciplines. I feel he could say something, and Dr. Kamath, because DRDO has been exceptionally different than other big organizations where many women leaders have been there. I don't know any other big organization in India with as many women leaders as DRDO is. So maybe one or two words each from them.
No,
And I'm here in
request
Japan, and I'm seeing a lot of women in the laboratory in which I am working. So things are definitely changing in all the places actually now. Yeah.
No, Amol, between you and Samir, if you just list some of the exciting things happening in DRDO, that would give them an idea as to which way. I mean, India, DRDO today is a very different DRDO. So the kind of material development that's happening there and the demand, that certainly opens up a lot of career prospects. Maybe Samir, you can just mention a few things.
Sure.
Yeah.
In fact,
So
both.
what I can say,
Yes, Samir.
yeah, no, go ahead. You were saying something.
No, I was just telling that both DRDO and ISRO have many, many women stars now. You know, we keep talking about them. And one of them received an award. I mean, she is going to receive an award tomorrow, an Apex award. So again, a woman. So go ahead, Samir. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, so as everyone has said, in DRDO, we have about 17% of women scientists. But in terms of leadership positions, they occupy close to 30%. So,
wow, that's
so,
amazing.
So women, I find that they are much more dedicated to their work in spite of their other responsibilities. The men tend to get distracted easily. Women scientists are much more dedicated. So I think the lady who asked this question need not be disheartened. I think if you work well, you will do well in your career. These days, none of the organizations distinguish between men and women. It just depends on your performance. So if you continue to work well, you will get rewarded irrespective.
Thank you. Thank you, Samir. Thank you. Wonderfully said. Yes, Puk sir.
Generally, women prefer for...
Okay, I think we will leave.
Yeah.
Generally, women prefer HR positions in the industry. Let me tell you...
It's a bit late here in Japan.
Let me tell you, things have changed so much.
Have sushi and go to bed.
Yeah, I had sushi for lunch today.
Today, the chairman of Hindustan Zinc is Priya Agarwal. And if you go to Hindustan Zinc, Tata Steel, you'll see many young girls and women, R&D, quality assurance, environment protection, sustainability. I see more and more of them coming forward, not for shop floor jobs, but for all the supportive function. They're all there. And that's a good trend. I'm really happy that you're all coming in big number. Go and visit Hindustan Zinc. I'll arrange a visit for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. One more question you have? Or?
Sir, I have an additional question.
Yeah, just quick, so that others may be waiting.
Since I'm an undergraduate student, so there was one career advice I want, that most of the students of my batch, like 90% of them are inclined towards software. So there's a very low ratio in core metallurgy. And that too, if someone want to pursue higher studies, so there's always a question in mind if they should go forward with it or pursue a job right now only.
I only ask this, every student whom I meet at IIT, I mean 35 years I have been in 3 IITs. You have to ask yourself what you want to be 20 years down the line, 15 years down the line. If that clarity emerges in your mind, when I was of your age, I was very clear I wanted to be a teacher. I did not attend even one campus interview. I was very, very clear. So this clarity, I think everybody has to get. I mean, it's like playing a football. If you don't have a goal post in a football ground, you don't know where to hit the ball. So develop that clarity. And if the clarity comes, then all the doors will open for you. You will come to know what to do.
Thank you, sir.
So all the best. Anybody else? Yes, I have somebody there.
Good evening to the panel members. I am Saravana Elilan, final year metallurgical engineering student from PSG Tech. Sir, my doubt is most of students from our college wants to work, take core jobs. So as industry expert and leaders of various R&D industries, where do you see the biggest skill gap when fresh metallurgical engineer graduates enter industry or any research position? And how can we as students bridge these gaps proactively before entering into the industry?
Anyone from industry wants to take? Yes.
I think Samir had said, unfortunately for us, your real education starts when you join industry. So I think that what we require that you do when you're an undergraduate, right? So you're getting a core science, math, engineering background. And I think that the real learning of what happens starts when you come to the job. So I don't think you need to do anything to bridge the gap. I think you just need to make sure that you have built a good foundation and are ready to work.
Yeah.
I just add to that because same question must be in the minds of many. See, metallurgy and material science is a good starting point, as there is a good science content in that. And the way it is delivered, taught in the schools, you learn. Now, if you plan your career where you want to be, then you can plan and work towards that. And you have enough time to change course if you want at a later stage. So still you have enough time to reach the top wherever you are planning. One thing I would say that be prepared to be multidisciplinary.
Exactly.
It is, and metallurgists have a very good capability to become multidisciplinary.
Correct.
So depending upon the ambition, now a lot of new technologies are coming. Keep abreast of it. Learn some of these things because all are not taught in the college. So you need to know how to prepare for joining an industry. Whether you want to join industry or join any career, be a learner, as my colleague just now told you. Your learning starts with your first job. In the industry or academy or research, anywhere you are learning. Be a continuous learner throughout your life. You learn from your work, you learn from your colleagues, you learn from your superiors, and you learn something yourself. That is, I don't want to
Thank you, sir.
Sanskrit sloka, but that is the principle. So if you are ready to continuously learn, you will have flexibility and you can all plan your career to reach to the top and make big contributions.
Thank you. Kaminida, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to repeat, it is not only industry that after BTech, when you join any industry, your learning starts from that day. This is very true, but it is also very true if you want to do academics and research. I didn't learn much in my undergraduate. I only went through the exams. That's all. That's not learning. and my learning started in my master's program when we started the master's project. So don't think that bachelor degree you will become expert. Learning starts next, but you can prepare yourself to have an open mind and learn. That's all you can do now.
Just to tell you, just to add to what Professor Chattopadhyay mentioned, when I was a BTech student, I just thought that thermodynamics means only extractive metallurgy. It was only when I joined IISc I knew that thermodynamics pervades everywhere. And if you have heard my lectures on thermodynamics, it's all about physical metallurgy, phase transformations that I talk about. I never talk about extractive metallurgy. So there's a lot to learn when you join actually and start going deeper into academics there. Okay? So as he said, mostly undergraduate studies are how to get a good marks, okay, in your exams. Yes, somebody else wants
Yeah,
to.
just I'll add this couple of things. You should be clear with what you want to do. You want to go towards academic, you want to go towards industry, or you want to go towards a laboratory or a combination of academic and industry.
Our fourth one, sir, you want to start your own startup.
Yes,
That's also important.
So that clarity should be there, I would say, during your course. So this is first thing which you should have in your mind. And we are talking about preparation. So if you are looking at the preparation, in the engineering course of BTech, you get an ample opportunity to get a flavor during your internships to get to know what do you need. And if you want to change the track, today you wanted to be a academician, but you find that, you are not going to do well. So during that course, you have enough opportunities to do at least 2 or maybe in some colleges 3 internships. Okay, and that gives you a flavor that what kind of career you can pursue, right? So you don't need any special preparation, but then you should have clarity in the mind. That is what is important.
Thank you. In fact, just want to tell, internships are very important and that give you an exposure to a lot of exciting things. And from this year, IIT Hyderabad has opened up semester-long internships for any student from any college. So feel free, if you want to come for a semester and do a project at IIT Hyderabad, feel free, you can come and do it, whether it is, whichever department it is. Somebody wanted to add. Many of my PhD students were my interns. So internship is exciting.
New education policy, there will be one semester, maybe you are already final year or 4th year. A new education policy, all over IITs. I just reviewed
Sure,
BHU, now
sure,
you
sure.
IIT Hyderabad. That there will be compulsorily one semester which you can go to industry or other research
Academic.
lab or academic institute. It is compulsory now. So
Yeah, at IIT Hyderabad also our students go for a semester-long internship. Almost every student. Thank you.
I just
Yes,
want to add
Sanakji.
something. When you're doing BTech, you are in your so-called late teens and, sorry, I have to look at the camera. So you are in the late teens and actually there is a certain degree of what I call, it's likely that there's a certain degree of confusion in one's mind, what one wants to do beyond a BTech degree, right? So the options are that, you can take up a job or you can go for higher studies. But I think the important thing is that you should actually also not only talking to yourself, that what do I want to do? What kind of a career path? The career path is very important for a young man or a young woman to figure out for oneself what is the career path I want. And in doing that, please talk to others also. Please talk to your peers, to your father, mother, friends, whatever it is. But that clarity is important. Some degree of clarity is important. For example, if you can afford it financially and you can get a scholarship, I would strongly recommend go for a higher degree because the world has moved in a manner where I find that those who have a higher degree have a higher chance of making a larger contribution to that particular field of study or where they're working in industry or anywhere. So I would recommend strongly that if you are able to get a good scholarship, admission in a good institute, go for at least a master's degree. Master's degree is slowly becoming a baseline. In my generation, the BTech degree was a bigger baseline than a BSc degree or MSc degree. But that has changed really. The second point is that if you enjoy machinery, it's all right to go for industry. Machinery, some people are from childhood, they play with machines, they are playing all kind of games, they're monkeying around with all the electrical connections in the house, that kind of thing, trying to fix things. They are likely to be a good engineer. But if you are more academic, you are more interested in higher levels of thinking or whatever you want to call it, I think academics is a good line. It will be very enriching. And you can make a contribution to society being a teacher. You can go to, in India, fortunately, we have many national laboratories who are recruiting large number of material science graduates or MScs and PhDs. Sometimes CSIR is also having a university where you have joined there with a BTech degree. You have opportunity to do right then and there, through a period of time. You can do a PhD degree there itself. So we have many national laboratories. DO has been mentioned by some of my former presidents. Excellent opportunity for doing what I call R&D. So there are many, many ways, but you need to think yourself. That's what I call talking to oneself. What do you want to do in life? Or what is the career path? And what is the career path I want to follow? India, fortunately, whether you are in academic institutions or in R&D institutions, they both offer you a career path for the rest of your life. In industry also, if you're joining a large corporate body, there's a good chance you have a career path to go way up. And so industry is also attractive, provided you make a good selection of the industry. Don't go for money. I mean, money is a very distracting aspect of our life. Don't go for money. Go for what you want to do. And ultimately, that would enrich your life. That will bring you more laurels, more success, more happiness. That's what I want
Thank you.
to say.
Thank you, sir. I just want to add, just a small break. We have 3 videos I want to show. Professor P. Ramarao, the senior most, former president of IIM, very illustrious personality. We have got the fortune of having a video of his interaction, advice to the students. So we would like to play that first.
I would have liked to be at the conference, but I'm not doing well. I would have been very happy to be present at the meeting, especially during the inaugural. I've been with the institutes of metallurgy and material science for a number of years. On every occasion, thought of organizing a get-together, like what you have did this afternoon. We were involved in international get-together, nationally and internationally. IITs have made a contribution in opening out to the new candidates. 23 IITs have come into being, and I'm sure they're making a valuable contribution. We're interested in advanced materials and critical minerals for energy transition. The new entrants have a glorious opportunity to build on their own interest in the field. Like in most subjects, metallurgy and material science have also added to its content and have contributed to the growth of the field. Most people who have taken to the subject have contributed their might and been responsible for the growth of the subject and contributed to its growth. India must enlarge its interest in involvement. One can look at the companion fields and study how they've grown. In a similar way, metallurgy also should grow in various ways. My simple word of advice would be to ensure that you keep in touch with the developments in the field, especially by reading about them in the journals and the periodicals. It's an honor to be here, to be amongst all of you. I wish the conference every success, and I wish all the organizers every good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Now we have a video of Professor Ranganathan's message.
President of the Indian Institute of Metals, Murthy Srinivasamurthy, Professor Srinivasamurthy Garu, Professor Srinivasamurthy Sensei. It's a great occasion for me to say a few words and join all the people gathered at the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, to celebrate the National Metallurgists Day, the annual technical meeting, special symposium involving Japan and India and US, TMS, ASM. What more can you want? The combination of all these things. It's also a great pleasure for me to see that Murthy is presiding over a meeting where he has contributed many things to the field, including the subjects that are being given, including the connection with Japan, as a result of which a special meeting is being held. I'm sure it will be a great success and come to lay the path for the future. He has also introduced a new element which makes me really happy. He has invited young students who have not got the degree yet or were aspiring to get the degree to compete and say what their views are. I'm sure it will go well. So it's a good thing to see that the tradition is followed, but also new traditions are being set. And on this, I cannot think of a better torchbearer than my student, Udirachi Srinivasa.
Thank you very much. We have one more video from Sri T.V. Narendran, the MD of Tata Steel.
Hello everyone, I'm really delighted to hear that about 150 students are participating in this event. I compliment Professor Murthy and the leadership of Indian Institute of Metals for organizing this. Students are the future of the country, and I'm really glad that they are here to participate in this annual event of the Indian Institute of Metals. Materials has always been very critical for the development of humankind, for the development of nations. Over the years, we've learned to first use naturally available material and then create materials which have better functionality, better properties, and produce them at industrial scale at great efficiency. And that's been an integral part of the development of humankind. And anything that you see around has material, is made of materials. So the subject of material science continues to be very, very important going forward, more so because we have more and more technologies which allow us to work at a molecular level on nanotechnology, different materials. Also with the advent of AI and even before that with the digital transformation that industries are going through, you are able to process a lot more data, collect a lot more data, process it and use it smartly. So in many ways, I think we are on the verge of a new era, not only because India is developing as a country, not only because we have an ambition of Viksit Bharat by 2047, but also because of the fact there's so much of technology which is available at hand, and we can create a lot more value than we've created over the years. So I think I'm really happy that students like you are deeply involved in the subject and will think of new ways for us to really unlock value for India. The other point I want to make is over 100 years we have optimized on cost. We have optimized on developing better qualities, lighter material, stronger material. So while we continue to do that, I think going forward increasingly we need to also optimize on the carbon footprint of the materials and how we produce them. Materials create a problem in some cases, like whether it's aluminium or steel or cement. We have a large carbon footprint when we produce a metal, but all these are also part of the solution. A lot of the products that we need for the future, whether it is the windmills for the renewable energy or the structures that hold up the solar panels, or if you want to build data centers, you need a lot of material, right? So materials are also part of the solution. So the challenge for engineers going forward, or material technologists going forward, or scientists going forward is how do you not only optimize on cost and quality, but also optimize on the carbon footprint of production or the environmental footprint. It's not just a carbon footprint, but also the other emissions that happen when we produce materials. So I think there is a lot of challenges for us to deal with, a lot of technology available at hand, a lot of opportunities to scale up and participate in the development of India. Thank you and all the very best.
Wonderful. You brought a very important point.
Hello everyone.
Of carbon footprint, sustainable development. So do we have exactly 15 more minutes? Any more questions from anyone? raise hand. One more hand here. One girl, please. Go ahead.
Greetings to the panel. I am Kasak Nibwani from MNIT Jaipur. As you have
The
mentioned,
next
that-
NMD is going to be at your place. Next year, we are all
Yes.
going to gather at your place.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're looking forward to that.
We hope. My question is, you have mentioned that internships are very important to do for the exposure. So my question is very basic. How, as students, we can show initiatives during internship to expect pre-placement offers and as a new joiners or as interns?
When you come to as an intern, your job is just to learn. Okay? What that leads to, do not bother about it. I have come to, let's say, an IIT or an ISC or an industry. I've gone there to learn. Okay? And I want to expand my knowledge. Where this knowledge will be useful, the time will show you. Okay? So anything that you start looking at from, I want to learn it for this job, that job, I think that's a very shortcut way of learning. My suggestion is always learn for the sake of learning it, and I'm sure over the years that will really, you will start hearing that what I learned on that day in my internship has been greatly useful to me. So this is something I always felt. They give you amazing opportunity, whether it is you go to an industry or whether you go to an academic institutions like ours. Utilize the time to learn more, okay? And what you have learned in your college during your 3 years of time there, that is one level of learning. Internship teaches you much more. You want to add something?
I just wanted to tell you what Hindalco would look at. For us, I think the attitude and the hunger to learn and do is what we look for. I think from your side, you will look to see whether you like the company or you like what they're doing. But from our side, really when you're getting an undergraduate coming in year 2, year 3, we are looking at attitude. We're looking at, how interested you are to work, because that's what we can judge at that time, not your depth of knowledge, really.
Sure. And when we take a person for a faculty member, one day, if you are interested in, we also don't look at how many number of papers you have written. We look at where have you written a paper, okay? What is the quality of your research work? So everything what matters is the depth of your knowledge, okay? And the zeal of learning. And that's what is the most crucial. Anybody else wants to add? Okay, a few more questions.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening.
Now suddenly everybody started raising hands.
Sir, I am Mohammed Nias, final year metallurgical engineering student from PhD College of Technology. In my batch, there are 58 students are there. Out of 58, more than 55 students are interested in core metallurgical job.
Yeah, just now one of your friends said that.
In that, they are interested in more in metallurgical job, but what it appears is that opportunities in metallurgical sectors are limited for us, as our point of view.
I don't agree to this statement.
Because we cannot get proper opportunities in metallurgical sectors. What I feel is what my question is, where we lack, where we missing the opportunities.
I think opportunities are there. I don't think there is anything.
I'll add. You see, you don't just look at industry as such. DRDO, DAE, I would say Department of Space, though they are not metallurgical to start with, but each of these big organizations, big departments have a good amount of metallurgists entering into the department. Some of them are sitting just next to you somewhere. They are all, here. So it's not, you have to have, and we are also having outreach programs. Yes, so it's not you look at the industry as such, you have to look at different organizations, different departments who are having opportunities for metallurgists. And all these organizations I mentioned have opportunities for metallurgists to join with, okay?
I think possibly your worry is that many people are not coming for placement, campus placement.
Yes, sir.
That's a different thing altogether. You have to open up your eyes. There may be people who do not want to go for campus placements. Okay? So, but jobs may be advertised in a different fashion. So keep looking at, and I'm sure there are many opportunities.
Hello. I
Anybody
would like
else?
to clarify to you and others who have the same doubt. You have not only opportunities in metallurgical industries, but in all other industries. That is the beauty of the course of taking up metallurgical engineering and materials engineering. Like mathematics is the mother of science, metallurgical and materials engineering is the mother of all branches of engineering, whatever you touch.
Thank you.
So please feel very confident. I just want to say one example. I myself is a graduate in metallurgical engineering from IIT Madras.
Front here.
I have become managing director, later chairman of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. That will give you some idea where you can go. And we in HL have got many metallurgical engineers who have rose up to the position of executive directors, managing directors, general managers, all. You have to have a will, and you have to learn. That is why I said to you, be willing to learn throughout. After joining Indian
Thank you, sir.
Aluminium, you can learn about more about aluminium. If you go to steel plant, you learn more about steel.
Thank
if
you,
you join
sir.
automobile industry, you learn more about it. That's why. Be ready to learn.
Thank you. Yes. I'm
Greetings
sorry,
to the
friends.
panel.
From PSG itself, a lot of questions coming. I wanted to go to other colleges. Please excuse me for that.
Greetings to the panel. I'm Samarpit Mane from COEP Technological University, Pune. So my question is a bit of hypothetical to you. So if you all were 20 years old today in today's world with all the knowledge you have today, so what specific skills or areas would you prioritize to build a successful and meaningful career? Myself, I'll prioritize my goal, then I'll pursue it by gaining knowledge of that and meeting to all the great people and taking advice from them. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, there. At the back, one girl is raising hand, possibly. Yes. Yeah.
Hi, sir. So my question is on behalf of startups and then new companies. So there are challenges for them from the small scale, medium scale, and large scale industries. Where it comes to the small scale and medium scale industries, even though they have problems, they never want to solve and invest in the money for the R&D. And large scale companies, they do not want to give the opportunities to the small people. And even though the startups or companies want to come up with a good innovation, but there is an alternative solution cheaper available outside India. And in Indian investors, they only want business money-making missions. So they don't want to invest in the niche innovations or startups. So in these hurdles, the founders who has to burden themselves with financially, career, means they have alternatives also. If they are capable, they can go for a job for high paying. But all these sacrifices and then entry barriers, how we have to tackle and is there any flexible environment should be created?
Friend, I think you possibly had a bad experience. I can tell you at IIT Hyderabad, last 5 years, we have 330 plus startups. 1,500 crores of revenue they have raised. These are all students like you. 1,500 crores. So money is available, people are available, but I think only thing is you have to be at the right place at the right time, as people always say. So welcome. If you have an idea, come to place like IIT Madras. There are so many institutions available. We will support you. We'll show you a path. Okay?
Can I give you a real life example? There is no easy road to anything. I don't know if it's a startup, if it's your own career. You're going to have to go through hard knocks. You're going to get knocked down. So I think that if people feel that there is going to be some, money available, people know. And what makes people who do startups, which I'm not founder, but I admire the most is the amount of hard work, passion, knocks that they have put in to get to where they are. And I think that that's what really differentiates an entrepreneurial type from maybe somebody like me who just went through corporate life. But I do think whether it's corporate or anything, there is no shortcuts. There is nothing that's going to make it easy. You will have to fight and, and it has to go through that process.
Yes,
But opportunities are growing, I can tell you this. For example, next year, IIT Hyderabad, we are planning to take students based on what they have done in their school. We are going to ask the students to send a 2-minute video of their profile. What have you done from your 8th grade to 12th grade? Have you built something? And based on that, we are going to take 50 students and tell them in the first semester itself, you take a semester break, work on your innovative idea, and we'll give you funding support, we'll provide you mentorship, and we'll provide you space. So there are numerous opportunities arising all around. Open your mind, and if you, as Sir said, you have to be a tough guy. As people say, tough times never last, but tough people do. Okay? I think that's the spirit. Any more questions? Yes, this girl, please. She has been raising hand for quite some time. I think this is the last question. We have to stop here.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So my question is, correct me if I'm wrong, but as for from my observation, I have seen in a lot of places where metallurgical engineers should work, the jobs have been taken by mechanical engineers, and they are...
Good question, good point. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, I'm from NIT Trichy.
NIT Trichy, okay.
Yes. So, and I have also...
Because they like the job.
Glad to meet you, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Your first question, please. We will discuss later.
Yes, sir. Sir, because I have seen people, and then later on they do an MS or postgraduate or PhD in material science, and they become an expert. Why not we have someone, because I myself find, when I go for some job or when I search for things, I find it difficult. We might deal with those problems much better than a mechanical engineer would do. So what's your take on that? Why are we not be able
to I think Narendra Garu.
Narendra or Satish Pai or somebody else should answer.
Open your minds with other engineering subjects. When you go for an interview or somebody, they say, we are all the same line. You want metallurgy and mechanical? I think mechanical is more versatile, let us take it. I'm telling you, this is a simple mind answer we all get at our place. But when you are ready to take up, when the campus interviews are going, you should be ready to take up the other job. Suppose there is a running of a furnace is required. You say, yes, I will do it. Actually, frankly, I'm telling you, I'm a mechanical engineer, has been told. I became successful only when I started looking with metallurgical eyes. Because you see from the atom, you see the logic. That's where you become successful. Why it becomes successful is only because of that. That is an advantage. So when the campus interviews goes on, you be ready with not only metallurgical job, any job you're ready. Why mechanical engineering? They say that we are ready for any job. That's the whole thing. You open your mind for any job. You think you're not metallurgist, you are a mechanical metallurgist man. That's all. Think of it. First, get your mind that you're open to all.
The only problem, Narendra Garu, is the company, when they say they come there for campus interviews, they say only mechanical fellows can apply. So I know this problem. We see that once
actually,
in a while.
Of course. I know this has been faced because last 3 years we have been taking.
Hopefully
we opened the whole line now.
I request everybody sitting here who are industrialists should bring some change there.
You said NIT Trichy, no?
NIT Trichy.
So I'll apply for Hindalco when we come.
Okay, I think thank you very much, friends. We had a wonderful, last, just 1 minute, sir.
Even shorter. I know that many of you people have confusion. What will you do after 4 years? Is natural. But if you have a confusion and you do not know your mind yet, my suggestion is extend it to a postgraduate, 2 years, and by that time, your inner voice will tell you what you want. So continue, and then you'll know what. One of my students, during doing PhD, he decided that he'll go to industry, and he's now in JSW. So keep moving.
and then ask questions continuously.
I think continuing with that, because possibly you need a kind of lot of mentorship, right? This kind of question keeps coming to you all the time. I think IIM is a forum. For example, look at IIM is a place of mentorship. And good part of our institute is that you can reach out to any of us. You don't have to come to such formal session. Come to a meeting like that. We are all over there. And we have a one-on-one talk with a group and all that. We are all available. And that is something which IIM provides too. So use this platform for your mentorship too. Okay?
I think something idea I just got listening to all of you is IIM will create a page where ask your question. Okay, so you can shoot a question, and we'll have a few of us. And I think headquarters is Arunji sitting here. I think he has gone. So I will ensure that very soon we'll open it on IIM portal. Ask a question. So we will have answers for you, either directly answering you. We will try to find out a way. Thank you very much. Wonderful and amazing to have all of you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's have a group photo if possible. And I think there is a pleasant duty that I am also supposed to do. Sai, please, are you ready?
Yes.
Sir, you have to wait for a minute, sir.
Sir, I'd now like to request Professor B.S. Murthy to honor our former presidents. Go ahead. So, Dr. C.G.K. Nair. Dr. Pugalendi. Dr. Sanak Mishra. Professor Kamanyo Chattopadhyay. Yeah. Mr. Narayan Rao garu.
Thank you so much. Thanks for, particularly you. Okay, you change your date. Thank you so much.
That's all. नहीं 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 मैं अभी टाइम है.
Thank you sir. Thank you.
Honor to get from you.
Thank you so much. Group photo. Can you just come closer?
एक मिनट. The senior person should honor you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So just come, friend. All of us will take one group photo. Come, sir, come, sir.
लंबा है ना.
$20 question. Actually, I was.
At that time when you are 22, how do
You were about to answer. I was really very